himself. I would like to have a brief introduction of our brother Pradip Mahapatra. Everybody sitting here knows him, but we should know that he has been a member of the TS since 1974 when he was very young at the age of 17 years old. He became the joint secretary of the Utkal Federation and currently the vice president of the same federation. He served as a secretary for 9 years and also the Indian Section Council member and executive committee member of the Indian Section. And he has been a joint general secretary of the Indian Section TAs, and everybody knows that he received the first Dr. Radhabanya Award for the year 2020-2021 for his TS work in India. He's a national lecturer, an EC member, and very, very active for the propagation of TS work for the Indian section. I request Brother Mahapatra to start the session for the letter number 4 to 8.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. Actually, this is a letter from 4 to 8, but by mistake it is noted at 3 to 8. Kindly read it 4 to 8. I have some difficulties to not to speak loudly, so kindly bear with us. So, good evening to each and everyone, senior members and others who are very close to me are there. So with a humble beginning, I will start with a prayer to the divine teacher who are behind the Theosophical Society. And with the prayer, we will start. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tashmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Tashmai Sri Guruve. Tashmai Sri Guruve. Today, these letters 4 to 8 and forward written by Dr. Besant with the original forward of the book. She mentioned clearly these letters are very, very important for the members who actually on the path or aspiring to travel in the spiritual path. She mentioned whenever I try to present the Mahatma letters, I always quote from the forward, because you see the animation, how humble she was. She wrote, I am privileged to introduce to the world this priceless booklet of letters from the elder brothers, means Mahatmas, who were the true founders of the Theosophical Society. Many a pilgrim on the probationary path, we are all on the probationary path. We are all, so to say, pilgrim traveling in the path, will find in it much of help and inspiration. And it will serve to deepen the sense of the reality of our teachers, our divine teachers, masters, who are behind the Theosophical Society, always working for the spiritual regeneration of the humanity. Because we have, as a human being, at a lower stage, we have our doubts and being involved in the mundane world. Sometimes we lost the confidence on our masters. So here animation mentioned sometimes blurred in the minds of neophytes. Neophytes mean those who are aspiring to join the spiritual path by tumultuous happenings in the outer world. As the notes of Veena, she has given an example, are drowned if played in the rattle of an engine shed. Then last sentence she mentioned in forward. May it speak to those who have ears to hear. How beautifully she mentioned. May it means these letters speak to those who have ears to hear. So, in the Theosophical Society, today we have more than 30,000 members, and in India we have 15,000 members. So, these letters uh, are for those who have ears to hear, not for all. So, uh, this is the Mahatma letters from the Masters of Wisdom. In these letters, Bimalji has clearly mentioned when she reviewed the book, the important salient features of the book, how it is important for the student of Theosophy, how it is relevant even today for the members. So I will try my best to first place the forward of letter number 4 to 8. I will try to complete today. If anything will remain, we will continue in the next session. And Minakhiji will do Hindi translation of this little letters, little book from these letters. So forward says, before that I am going to present the slide which I have prepared for you because it is a study class. So slides are necessary because side by side the members who have interest, they can go or study the slides. Yes. Sorry, it is not letters number 3, it is a letters number 4 to 8. I have quoted some important point. Role of a brotherhood. We all are of the brotherhood, white brotherhood, or we can say masters of wisdom, occult hierarchy, in different names we have. But not only in Himalayas, in Tibet, the brotherhood, uh, the ashram of brotherhood exists. But brotherhood of Egypt, they have different branches all over world. In Sambala, where Lord Maitreya, Sanat Kumar, they have their residence, and South America, they have their place. So also in Egypt, the brotherhood, they are known as Brotherhood of Egypt. So one of our teacher, one of our great one, taken the responsibility, maybe authorized by Mahachohan, who at that time in charge of this uh, establishment of Theosophical Society. After being requested by our two masters, Master K. H. and Master M. So, Brotherhood of Egypt, one of the masters, Master Serapis, who is in charge of one ray, that is one of the ray out of 7 rays, he was directed to go to New York to look after the formation of the Theosophical Society. So, role of Brotherhood of Egypt during the formation of Theosophical Society, we will see how Master Serapis helped the formation of Theosophical Society. And don't forget that they are not helping the present members of Theosophical Society or inspiring the members of Theosophical Society in their theosophical activities. And second point, I try to impress upon you all that in Theosophical Society, head and soldier, their Master Serapis mentioned in one of our letters that so and so is head and shoulder of Theosophical Society. As such, you will mark in the Theosophical Society in any branch or organization. There are nominal members. There are one important member who will help the organization to or branch to proceed. Then he or she, with him or with her, there are one or two. And the rest is nominal members. So don't uh, give more importance to nominal members. नाम का वास्ते जो member है. But their presence is required because they are also being nominal. They are also improving because of you. Because of you, they are also improving. So most important is head of the Theosophical Society and shoulder of the Theosophical Society. Suppose this is my head, I will have brain and etc. I will think, I will decide, I will proceed. So also I require the soldier, my body, soul is body to work, to what is to be done. Then in TS, this is more important, third point. In TS, a member may lost a great opportunity of a spiritual progress because of doubt, and the other factors are there. Maybe we have the karma, we have no such uh, no such what is I should say, no such interest in the Theosophical Society. As such, we join a different organization in order to prove that I am a member. I am so strong. I can join a number of organizations. So that means you lost an opportunity in this life to proceed faster. So in TS members, a member may have lost a great opportunity. And same thing happened here in this Theosophical Society at the formation stage that we will go. So let us place the forward. One can see the forward. Here I mentioned 4 to 8. Looking back, I am reading it, so please you read it so that it will be important that in a study class one should read what is written in the book. Looking back at the growth of the Theosophical Society from 1875, the figures of the HVB and Colonel Alcott, Tower Head, and head and soldiers above other, who nominally were the founders of the society. Several generations of Theosophists have believed that the adept brothers selected only these two to be the pivot of the Theosophical movement. A perusal of the letters of the Master Serapis shows that the Egyptian Brotherhood originally intended to make the nucleus of the movement not two, but a young American three. The third person, third person, Elbridge Jerry Brown, the editor of the Spiritual Scientist version. Jerry Brown stood out from other spiritualists by a desire to understand the occult laws behind spiritualistic movement. So let us analyze a little. Looking back at the growth of Theosophical Society, as till I read these letters, I read this forward, I was under the impression that a two-person was selected by the adepts to start the movement. I was under that impression. But after reading this book, these letters, I marked there are not two, there are three persons. So what it says, figures like H.P. Blavatsky, Alne Olcott, tower head and shoulder above the other. Other means there are 17 members. 17 members form the Theosophical Society. 15 are nominal members. So out of 15, there are two more. Two is HPB and Colonel Olcott. These two members are there. So they are head and shoulder of the Theosophical Society. Head and shoulders means mind, brain, thought, whatever, consciousness or spirit, matter, purusha, prakriti. You can say many things. Uh, that is there. And other rest are nominal members. Nominal members, you cannot ignore them. They are also they are also helped by the head and shoulders. Not maybe not in this life, maybe in the next life they will get some thing to consider by them in the next life. So the nominal are so in the you can mark even today in a Theosophical Society branches there are important member, one or two important member. There are along with them 2, 3, 4, or 10. Then rest is nominal members. But we require, to me, we require nominal members. So they may be helped. So here, forward written, several generations of Theosophists have believed that Adept brothers selected only these two, I mean H.P. Blavatsky and Olcott, to be the pivot of Theosophical Society. Perusal of the master's letters of the master shows that Egyptian Brotherhood, this is first time earlier I heard, but clear cut here is there is an Egyptian Brotherhood, and a white Brotherhood, they have their branch in different parts of the world. So Egyptian Brotherhood is also another branch of the occult Brotherhood, originally intended to make the nucleus of the movement, not two, but a young American is the three. So always you will mark inner man, Atma Buddhi Manas, occult hierarchy, there are also three. So also in a Theosophical Society, they originally selected three to be head or to manage the Theosophical Society. The third person is Elbridge Jerry Brown. Who is that gentleman? He is the editor of a Spiritual Scientist, a magazine, who stood out from other spiritualists, because we should be aware of what is the role of spiritualist movement. And there are still many members critical of the movement of Theosophical movement because of the spiritualistic movement they have taken. Because why the Blavatsky and Alcott taken the help of spiritualistic movement? Because the spiritualist movement at that time, they believe in the existence of the spirit after death. Suppose one person left his physical body, still they have their presence in the invisible world. So they believe, and for that they have organized some kind of science, calling science room, all these things going on. So Blavatsky, uh, when he was directed to organize the Theosophical Society, at that time she was under the impression that they will be helpful for the establishment of Theosophical Society, particularly in the Western world. So they selected, means the occult hierarchy selected one person, that is Elbridge J. Brown, to be the another important person in the movement. Who is he? He is an editor of the Spiritual Scientist, and particularly he believed, means Jerry believed that uh, uh, there are occult laws behind the spiritualist phenomena. So they're calling the spirit in science room. So this gentleman, Jerry Brown, believed there is some law, occult law, in which the spirits are moving or going. So that is the reason he was selected by the uh, white Egyptian Brotherhood. So we'll go to the next slide. Next, it was the intention of, I am going a little fast. It was the intention of the Egyptian Brotherhood that the Theosophical movement should, at its first work, initiate a broadening, deepening spiritualism, while proof as to survival after death was most valuable. If it was only one fact in a larger philosophy which the Adept brothers intended to give to mankind, that is more important. That is the point where difference started. So, on this point, let me complete this full slide. Jerry Brown evidently in the beginning responded to these ideas, for he placed his paper at the service of the Brotherhood. Means paper means Spiritual Scientist magazine. Both HPB and Henry Steele Alcott not only contributed article but also much money to the support of the scientist. Means a spiritual scientist. Sorry, this part of the plan broken down. So what happened? The difference. Let me complete this side. Several $100 out of our pocket. Blavatsky wrote in a scrapbook. $100 out of our pockets were spent behalf of the editor, and he was made to pass through a minor diksha. This proving of no avail, this Theosophical Society was established. The man might have become a power, but preferred to remain an us. Then a Latin word Blavatsky quoted, de gustibus non disputandum est. No dispute about the test. Little literary meaning. Let me present some my own ideas. So, what is the intention of Egyptian Brotherhood? The intention was very clear that uh, initiate broadening and deepening of the spiritualism, Adhyatmika, occult work or theosophical movement should have a broadening platform. We should uh, make more, particularly we are doing it now, making more members, student, youths, uh, youth student, today moderators, Subramanya is doing a lot of work. Brother Chittaranjan Satpathy in Bhubaneswar and Chinmay Mahapatra, they are doing moving different school, college, doing a lot of work, enrolling youths. So the broadening and deepening of the movement. We can broaden the movement. Deepening means we should inculcate some ideas, theosophical ideas among the youth. So that was the intention of the uh, occult hierarchy, Egyptian Brotherhood. Then important points which I make it by some kind of while proof as to survival after death was most valuable. That is the work of the spiritualist. They believe in the spirit, means after their spirit. Uh, but occult hierarchy means adept says that it is only one fact in a larger philosophy which the adept brothers intended to give to mankind. So this is the difference between uh, Jerry Brown and H.P. Blavatsky and Henry Steele Alcott. Brown believe only the spirit after death. Suppose one passed, he left physical body, spirit is available. She can come to Shian's room. But the question is, occult brotherhood, they intended to give a larger philosophy through the Theosophical Society. What is that larger philosophy? Larger philosophy is given to us in secret doctrine, in other literature, Mahatma letters. All these are there for us to study. That is the larger philosophy, which adept brothers intended to give mankind. Uh, so that requires the present uh, members of Theosophical Society or leaders of the Theosophical Society who are intending to take the Theosophical movement further, whosoever be, they should know the uh, what is the intention of adept brothers, what they have mentioned in the Mahatma letters for the humanity to learn. That is the larger philosophy. Only life after death is a one fact, but there are many facts, many laws, many things they have given for the humanity to learn through the Theosophical Society, so that they can adapt, they can proceed in the travel and proceed in the as a pilgrim in the path by following the principle given to us in the Adipita Master, voice of silence, or lightened path, or they can choose any ancient scriptures available to us, like Bhagavad Gita, like other spiritual books. So, coming to the point, second point, Jerry Brown evidently in the beginning responded to these ideas, for he placed his paper at the service of brotherhood. Both HPB and not only contributed to article but also money to the support of science, that spiritual scientist magazine. But the difference started and it was plan was broken down. Then Jerry Brown was critical of Blavatsky, and all these things happened. Theosophical Society from the 1875 till today, the leaders, movement leaders, they are always wrongly criticized by this or that. Always this is going on in the Theosophical Society. There is no surprise at that time, also today also. Hmm. Then HB wrote, several $100 of our pockets were spent behalf of the editor. He was made pass through minor diksha, means some kind of diksha was given to him by Blavatsky, so that he can be a more important student of theosophy. This proving of no avail, the Theosophical Society was established. Whatever attempt they made, Blavatsky, Alcott, to create interest among the uh, interest in the Jerry Brown, that is not helpful. And at present, you can see there are many attempts being made to pay individual or to group of individuals. Uh, Many types of attempts we are making, but they don't have any interest on this occult path or a study of occult literature. The man might have a power, here he mentioned. The man might have become a power, but prefer to remain an ass. हाँ, एक पंडित होने वाला था लेकिन वो गधा बन गया यही. So that is no dispute about the test. No dispute means the uh, suppose I have a test of to go other, like there are many among us, they prefer other organization. So they have their test, they can go. No dispute. So we should not dispute. As on today, if you see, there are many students, many so-called students in theosophy, they have their preference to go other organization, other things doing. So there shall not be any dispute. So we go to the next slide. The editor and medium, which are Brown, the editor and medium Brown, has thanked us for our help. Between Colin Alcott and myself, HPB, we have spent over $1,000 given to pay his debts and support his paper. Imagine now, the $875,000 means some crores if you see at present. 6 months later, he became our mortal enemy because we declared our unbeliefs in spirit. Oh, grateful mankind, HPV wrote. Gary Brown went bankrupt in 1875, owing money to both HPB, Colonel Alcott, HPB write in the scrapbook of the year. A constant shower of abuse and sneering in his paper against us, and in other papers too, and bankruptcy to end the whole without a single line of acknowledgement, excuse or regret, such as Jerry Elbridge Brown, the spiritualist. So, in this slide, one important point that the spiritualist, those who are working for the science room, they believe only the existence of spirit, not great ones. They believe a life after death who are only available in science room. So they believe that. Other things they don't believe. So that is the reason it was the dispute started between the two. So ultimately, Blavatsky wrote that he means Jerry Brown. A man might have become a power, but prefer to remain an ass. Same thing happening in present theosophical society. There are many who are remaining same way. Instead of gaining power, occult power, they prefer to remain an ass. Then nothing. They don't have any kind of spiritual progress. So we'll go to the next slide. We'll start with it. So Jerry Brown lost the great opportunity offered him by the masters became one of the noble triad whom future theosophists today ever hold in reverent gratitude. Kindly imagine, suppose Jerry Brown could have accepted the proposal of masters or accepted the request of Alcott and Blavatsky, then today we could have think there are not two there are triad, noble triad who helped the Theosophical Society at the time of formation. So that is the uh, uh, failure of the miracle club. So I am pointing one point that the miracle club, science room, whatever happening at that time, particular time, uh, it was the failure, and on this failure, the Theosophical Society was born. On this failure, this Theosophical Society was. It was with the, I underline it prominently to make you important, make it important. It was with the failure of Miracle Club that Brown, who was a member of that Theosophical Society was born. So the science room, miracle, spiritualist, all these things are no way helpful the Theosophical Society. Theosophical Society, as ordered by the masters, it was formed and nothing, no helps come from them to establish it. Then last sentence of the forward, orders received from the India means the masters direct to establish a philosophic religious society and choose a name for it. Also to choose Alcott. It was in July 1875. So here this forward is over. We'll go to the letter number 4. Letter number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is relating to all these things forward was given to us. So if we go through these letters, you will mark Brown, Jerry Brown type of persons are available in today in our branches, in our lodges, in the Theosophical Society. How can we help them? We will try our best to help them to develop their occult power or to develop their spiritual faculty. We will try to help them. It is up to them, up to that gentleman or he or she, whether he or she will become a serious student or not, but our help should be there. Even if a masters tried to help him, masters did not able to succeed. But here, this letters will establish that we should help this Jerry Brown type of people in present society, those who are coming nearer to us to join in the society. We'll try to help them as like a Brown, as like a Alcott and Blavatsky. So how Master Serapis guided Alcott and Blavatsky to raise the spiritual faculty of Jerry Brown. So we should go for that. Letter number 4. Try to see him alone. This is, each word is important for us, and we should practice it in our lodges to help the new member. Try to see him alone. Devote most of your time to him. On him depend the success of the spiritual movement and the happiness and the welfare of all you. This is 2-3 words are important. We should guide a person alone, not among the groups, alone. Devote most of our time to him. We should devote most of our time to him so that his spiritual faculty can be developed. On him depends success of spiritual depend movement. We will make attempt alone and most of the time, but it depends success on him alone. Mahatma, on him depends the success of spiritual movement and happiness as the welfare all of you and movement as well as happiness as well. So master therapist. So we should try to do this. Then letter number 5. Try to win Bosnian youth confidence. Try to win the Bosnian. There's a Jerry Brown belonged to Boston of America, a particular place. His confidence when we uh, when we will tell something or alone will speak, give most of our time to him. So he should have confidence on us. Try to make him open his heart. Very simple thing. Try to make open his heart, his hopes to you. There are many very close to their heart. They will not open their heart. So try to uh, see how can their heart be open to you. So that is more important. Forward his letters to lodges through Brother John, a messenger servant of the Adept Brotherhood. At that time, one important member is Brother John. He was a messenger and servant of the Adept Brotherhood. Through him, they want to give some message to the occult brothers. So this is all about letter number 5. We'll go to the letter number 6. Letter number 6, here it is a letter to, again to Master Serapis, to Brother Henry. To our Brother Henry, greetings. We have your reports, brother mine. They have been read and filled. Our younger brother is shy and secretive, as you say. But I have advised you of the same beforehand. His nature is sensitive, not unlike Tibet lotus. It shrinks and withdraws from the hand which tries to force upon its tender petals. Let me complete this side. Beside that, he has secret pages of life's history, and before him, a future he cannot realize fully. The former is means former is fast dying out, and the thick shadows of oblivion are daily enveloping more the sad remembrance of the past. As for the latter, his unknown future, he knows not what to think or say. He struggles, hesitates, and mistakes the whispering of fear for the prophetic warning of his conscience, his Atma's voice. Very important slide. Sorry. This important slide will reflect the present day situation of the most of the members. Let me go slowly. We have your reports, brother. They have been read and filled. Our younger brother, Jerry Brown, is shy and secretive. Shy and secretive, as you said. But I advise you of the same beforehand. Mahatma, Master Serapis advised itself. His nature is sensitive. Now the present, most of the new members are very sensitive, shy, secretive. And heart is like Tibet lotus. He has given a lotus of Tibet where if you touch it, it will shrink, withdraw from the hand. If you try to force open its tender petals. Same thing, these young members who are coming, They are very shy, secretive, and sensitive. So it is upon us, and if you try to force him to do something, they will secretly, they will go away. It sinks and withdraw from your heart. They will withdraw from it. So if you mark in your while you are propagating theosophy, you will mark such type of individual or young people will come. So you will be cautious. Besides that, then other part Mahatma mentioned. Beside that, he has secret pages in the life history. Means secret pages means the law of causes and effects, karma. He has the lot of karma in the previous incarnation that is there. And before him is future. In future role he has to play. Two things. Each and every one we have. We have a lot of reincarnation, and out of that, lot of a karmic result is waiting for us. So that prevents a man to become more serious, and also future. What is it for us? The former is fast dying out. Former means the secret pages of life history. Karma is dying out.
सुहास काहीतरी आहे
And the thick shadows of oblivion are daily involved
माझं
in
नाव नाही
war,
सुहास नाव
sad remembrance of the past. Each and every day is feeling the sad remembering of the past. Then every time thoughts are coming to which is the sad memory of the past. In a mundane world, in daily life, you will mark many things coming to you, which is from the past incarnations. Then Jerry Brown, also the unknown future. आगे क्या होगा इसको भी पता नहीं. He knows not what to think or say. He is at that time at 1875. We don't have at the feet of master, particularly in Western world. So we don't, or Brown don't have such kind of books to what to think, what to say, what to, he don't have. So it is a very critical for him. He struggles. Jerry Brown struggles, hesitates, mistakes the whispering of fear of a prophetic warning of conscience is Atma's voice. His inner voice, Atma Buddhi Manas, the inner man, giving some instruction, but he has not believed it. Mistakes committed, all these things are going on. So we'll go to the next slide. Brother mine, it is hard task to you, but your devotion and unselfish zeal for the cause of truth should support and strengthen you. This cause means cause of truth in your country depends entirely on the closest unity between you three or laws chosen tried you. Verily so, you three so utterly dissimilar and yet so closely connected to be brought together, linked in one by the never-erring wisdom of the brotherhood. Keep courageous and patient and forward. This is the last slide. Let me analyze a little for your understanding. It is to any member to unfold his consciousness, to unfold his heart, or to take him the spiritual line, even if he is your very close to you, your son, daughter, wife, husband. Very difficult to bring to this Atma Sadhana, self-unfoldment, or this line. Very difficult. So Mahatma mentioned, Master Serapis, it's a hard task to you. But your devotion and unselfish zeal for the cause of truth should support and strengthen you. So, in our daily activities, in your theosophical activity, even today, the cause of truth is spiritual unfoldment of the whole humanity. This is the cause of truth which masters are working day and night. So that truth, that cause is for us. That will keep the light burning within our heart, should support and strengthen it. Then second sentence, this cause, Mahatma at that time says, is closest unity between you and three. Three means Brown, Alcott, and Blavatsky. Chosen tried you. Very so. You three so utterly dissimilar, and it's so closely connected to be brought together, linked by one never erring wisdom of the brotherhood. So this triad was selected by the occult brotherhood. Uh, though all three are dissimilar, utterly dissimilar, yet closely connected. See the wordings Mahatma given here. All three in our branches, in our federation, in our section, in the international headquarters, 7 or 8 people, persons who are working, uh, they are utterly dissimilar in their nature, but closely connected for the work of the Theosophical movement. Because it is the link at that time given by never erring wisdom of the brotherhood. Never erring means kabhi galat nahi hoga, wisdom of the brotherhood. So ultimately, Master Serapis advised Alcott, keep courageous and patient, brother. So two things he advised to each one of us, even today, courageous, sahas, and dharja, patient. So I completed letter number 4, 5, 6. So on next Friday, I'll try to complete letter number 7 and 8, which is more important. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Pradip Mahapatra, sir. It was really, I think it was an eye-opener for many of us. At least me, I had no clue about this third gentleman. But when you shared this in your analysis of this letter number 4 to 8, I quickly kind of searched his name, like when and how he got to meet Madam Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott. So what I see is for the first time in 1874, just a year in advance to the TSS foundation, just before 1 year of that, he was first time writing as he was an editor. So he responded to an article in the Daily Graphic, uh, uh, which was an article by HPB and Olcott sir. And then in the response to the article, when he got to learn about HPB's, we all know that HPB is very courageous and blunt. So she declared certain truths about spirits and brotherhood in detail, and that is where he didn't appreciate certain facts, and he was kind of not against, but sometimes people, some of us also behave in that fashion sometimes. Like when we do not accept certain things, we get rebellious, or we don't start looking at the things as we want to. We do not want to see the things as it is. And as you concluded, courage and patience. Yes, all of us sitting here, all of us in the society, even today, at times there are conflicts. At times, on certain points we don't agree, but since all of us are on a spiritual journey, I think we all need to practice this patience and courage. You truly said this. So we all know, like, the kind of struggle Madam Blavatsky had gone through. So when we are facing certain situations, sometimes we get impatient, or sometimes we think, okay, no, how do we deal with such situations, such people? But this is probably the life test we have to face, because we are studying, we are practicing, so we have to appear for the test. That's what I understand from your today's session. We would look forward to your next session, wherein you would be completing this letter number 7 and 8. Meanwhile, anyone would like to highlight certain
Vinay,
points out of the understanding, or even if somebody has a query?
Vinay की हिंदी translation.
And okay, so we'll go for the translation first, and then we'll discuss. Fine. So I invite Sister Meenakshi to explain this in Hindi, and afterwards we'll do the question answers if needed. Please.
सभी को नमस्ते और थैंक यू ब्रदर महापात्रा जी। आज हम लेटर्स फ्रॉम द मास्टर्स ऑफ विजडम में से लेटर नंबर 4, 5 और 6 ले रहे हैं, जिस पर ब्रदर सी जिनराज दास जी का फॉरवर्ड है। वह इस प्रकार से है कि इजिप्ट के बंधुगण यानी महात्मागण मूलतः उनके थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी के आंदोलन के प्रमुख पात्र 2 नहीं बल्कि 3 व्यक्तियों को करना चाहते थे, उन पर भार सौंपना चाहते थे। तीसरी व्यक्ति अमेरिका के युवक एल्ब्रिज जेरी ब्राउन थे, जो बोस्टन स्थित स्पिरिचुअल साइंटिस्ट पत्रिका के संपादक थे। जेरी ब्राउन को आध्यात्मिक घटनाओं के पीछे छिपे गुप्त को समझने की उत्सुकता थी, और इसीलिए वे अन्य अध्यात्मवादियों से भिन्न थे। इजिप्ट के महात्मागणों का यह उद्देश्य था कि थियोसॉफिकल आंदोलन अपने प्रथम कार्य के रूप में अध्यात्मवाद को व्यापक और गहन बनाए। हालांकि मृत्यु के बाद के जीवन के प्रमाण सबसे महत्वपूर्ण थे। यह उस व्यापक दर्शन फिलोसॉफी का केवल एक तथ्य था जिसे सिद्ध संघ के महात्मागणों ने मानव जाति को प्रदान करने का मंसूबा किया था। शुरू में जेरी ब्राउन ने इन विचारों में रुचि दिखाई। उन्होंने अपनी पत्रिका को महात्मागणों को समर्पित किया था। एचपीबी और कर्नल ओलकॉट ने न केवल उसमें अपने लेख लिखे थे, बल्कि स्पिरिचुअल साइंटिस्ट पत्रिका को बनाए रखने के लिए प्रचुर मात्रा में धन भी दिया, लेकिन यह योजना विफल हुई। अपने स्क्रैपबुक में एचपीबी लिखती है कि संपादक जेरी ब्राउन की खातिर हमारी जेब में से कई $100 खर्च किए और उन्हें छोटे प्रमाण में दीक्षा भी दिलवाई गई। यह सब व्यर्थ गया। टीएस की स्थापना हुई। वह व्यक्ति सामर्थ्यशाली बन सकता था, लेकिन उसने एक मूर्ख बनना पसंद किया। संपादक और मीडियम ब्राउन ने हमारी मदद के लिए कृतज्ञता व्यक्त की होती। कर्नल ओलकॉट और एचपीबी ने मिलकर उनके कर्ज को चुकाने और उनके अखबार को चलाने के लिए $1000 से ज्यादा खर्च किए थे। 6 महीने बाद उसने प्राणघातक दुश्मन वह एचपीबी का और कर्नल ओलकॉट का प्राणघातक दुश्मन बन गया, क्योंकि उन्होंने प्रेतात्माओं में अपना विश्वास जाहिर किया था। अब हम लेटर नंबर 4 की तरफ आते हैं। यह लेटर मास्टर सेरापिस बे ने कर्नल ओलकॉट को लिखा था जून 1875 में। वे लिखते हैं कि एल्ब्रिज ब्राउन से एकांत में मिलने की कोशिश करें और अपना अधिकांश समय उनके साथ बिताएं। आध्यात्मिक आंदोलन की सफलता और आप सभी के कल्याण के रूप में प्रसन्नता उसी पर निर्भर करती है। लेटर नंबर 5, यह भी पत्र मास्टर सेरापिस बे का लिखित है कर्नल ओलकॉट को। वे कहते हैं कि बोस्टन में रहने वाले युवा ब्राउन का विश्वास जीतने की कोशिश करें। वह अपनी भावना और उम्मीदें आपके सामने साझा करे, ऐसा प्रयत्न करें और ब्रदर जॉन के जरिए लॉजेस तक उसके पत्र पहुंचाए। लेटर नंबर 6 में मास्टर कहते हैं कि मेरे बंधु, हमारे पास आपके संदेश है। उन्हें पढ़ा गया और उसे दर्ज किया गया। हमारा छोटा बंधु एल्ब्रिज ब्राउन संकोची और मितभाषी है, ऐसा आप कहते हैं, लेकिन मैंने पहले ही उसके बारे में बता दिया था। उसका स्वभाव संवेदनशील है और तिब्बती कमल जैसा ही है। जो भी इसकी कोमल पंखुड़ियों को जबरन खोलने की कोशिश करता है वह सिकुड़ जाता है और उस हाथ से पीछे हट जाता है। इसके अलावा उसके जीवन के इतिहास में कर्म के गोपनीय पन्ने हैं और उसके सामने एक ऐसा भविष्य है जिसकी वह कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकता है। उसको भूतकाल के कर्म उसके भूतकाल के कर्म तेजी से खत्म हो रहे हैं और विस्मृति की घनी छायाएं प्रतिदिन अतीत के दुखद यादों को और अधिक आच्छादित कर रही है। जहां तक उसके अज्ञात भविष्य का सवाल है, उसके बारे में वह नहीं जानता कि क्या सोचे या क्या कहे। वह संघर्ष कर रहा है, दुविधा में है और भय की फुसफुसाहट को अपनी अंतश्चेतना, अपने आत्मा की भविष्य सूचक चेतावनी के रूप में गलत समझ रहा है। मेरे बंधु, यह आपके लिए एक कठिन कार्य है, लेकिन सत्य के महान उद्देश्य पूर्ति के लिए आपकी समर्पितता और निस्वार्थपूर्ण उत्साह आपको सबल करेगा और दृढ़ता लाएगा। आपके देश में यह उद्देश्य पूर्ति सर्वस्वी आप तीनों, जो हमारे सिद्ध संघ द्वारा चुनी गई त्रयी है, ट्रायड है, आप तीनों के बीच की एकजुटता पर निर्भर करती है। वास्तव में आप तीनों में इतनी अधिक भिन्नता है और फिर भी इतने अधिक जुड़े हुए हैं कि सिद्ध संघ की कभी भूल न होने वाली प्रज्ञता द्वारा एक साथ लाए और एक साथ जोड़े गए हैं। हे बंधु, साहस रखे, धैर्य को बनाए रखे और आगे बढ़े। थैंक यू। नमस्ते।
Okay, I would request Pradip Mahapatra to come in video, and if anyone has a question or anyone wants to give any special comments, we would look forward to that. Otherwise, we will close the session.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So
It
nice
is
of you.
nice to see you and your selection of these two letters gives much information for all of us. See, it is said where there are three, amongst them I am there. So
Yes.
they wanted to start with three people. The whole society wanted to start three people, and this third person was concerned with the science. And science is always curious. His intellect is penetrating deeper and deeper and not concluding. So Alcott was not happy with all this. But still, Serapis is known for, Serapis is the Lord of beauty and harmony.
Science.
Her beauty and harmony, actually. Lord of beauty and harmony. And he wants to bring harmony. They were in need of such scientific curiosity among them. HPB was occultist, and Colonel Alcott was a more socialist, and a scientific, even if such movement, theosophical movement, the brotherhood of adepts is ideal for humanity. Actually, we are working for the brotherhood of humanity, but adepts writes, none of us lives for ourselves. So, how the brotherhood is there in the adepts? They won't live for themselves. So, the brotherhood of adept has its very heart this kind of unselfishness. But man in general live more for himself than for anybody else. That is the human nature. His first priority is self. And then his priority is to his ties like family, friends, and property, etc. But motive of adapt is exactly opposite. Why I am telling this? It is the advice of Serapis. He is being the Lord of beauty and harmony. He wants to bring this harmony within this. So motive of adapt is exactly opposite to the motive of ordinary person. And we all are the serious members of the Theosophical Society. Being part of such human society, we need to awake to examine our own motive. That is what we learn from this. And when we preach the noble idea of universal brotherhood, it should be a living reality. That is what we teach. And these 2-3 letters, they are showing how they are brought together and asked to work together. That is what I got some clues from this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you, Meenakshi.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And I think we would be concluding the session with the prayer. So, are we requesting somebody to do the prayer, or should I do it, or how is it?
I wish to ask one question.
Okay, okay, please, 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 please.
Sir, in your fourth slide, slide number 4,
Yes.
point number 2,
Mhm.
last line. 6 months later, he became our mortal enemy because only we declared our unbelief in spirits. What does it mean?
Just wait for a minute. What is that?
Slide
Fourth
number
slide.
4, yes. Point number 2,
Ah,
last line. 6 months
Yes.
later, he became our mortal enemy, Jerry Brown, because only we declared our unbelief in spirits.
Here, actually, Jerry believe in the only limited, believe in the existence of spirit में भूत प्रेत जो मीनाक्षी जी हिंदी में बताया, only that much. Suppose one left his physical body for some period, he or she will remain in the astral world. So up to that he believed Jerry Will. But here the spirit S capital spirit, the spirit belief means the existence of higher forces, Mahatma, masters, and their work for the society, all these things. And previously they have mentioned that in the slide number 3, first, they want to give mankind the larger philosophy. You see, larger philosophy means there is occult hierarchy, there is means omnipotent, omniscient, eternal truth, ultimate reality, Param Brahm. Param Brahm, ये तो हिंदी में in the Hindus they believe it, but in the Western world they have to give that a life, and a life as undying, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. All these things the masters at that time wanted to give to the world. And the messenger of the truth, Blavatsky, also on the same footing. But this Jerry, he did not believe. Of course, he has some idea that there is some occult law for life after death. But for the larger philosophy, which added brothers intended to give mankind, he did not believe that. So that is the reason he became the mortal enemy, because we declare our unbelief in spirits. Spirits means that spirit in the science room. After death, they in science room they will give some technical support so that the spirits are available in the around that room. They will come. Mahatma did not intend for that. Spirits means higher ones. Atma, your spirit is, your inner spirit is Atma Buddhi Manas, mean higher self. So that he did not intended to believe it. So that is the reason he became anemical, so he became the mortal enemy. And that is there.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you, Sita.
Any other question anyone has, or should we move?
We can
Okay,
close.
so we'll have the closing prayer. So let me do that. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niravaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukhabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you everyone for joining, and we would look forward to the concluding part, sir, next Friday. Thank you all once again.